All right, I'm getting the thumbs up, which means it's time to begin another episode of Asheville 8-Note. Not yet. Hold your horses. This is the weekly live stream where I, Sam Irvin, chat for an hour and jam with an hour with different Asheville musicians. This is Irvin Music Studio in Asheville, North Carolina, which sort of serves as my hub for my private lessons and event entertainment and sound production stuff, creative projects. This broadcast falls into that third category. I started it just to carve out some time in my life to have fun being creative, you know, to play in the sandbox, be creative for creative sake, and to build community and meet new people, which I certainly have tonight. This is the most people that is coming on. So in a minute, Sun Goblin is going to cram in here with me. We've got Aurora and Kevin and James and Danny, and I'm becoming a master host, I think. What's happening over here? Oh, sure. Come on in. Yeah. Let's have you. That's the end of my spiel. Yeah. Having fun, community, and us doing the thing. Yeah. Come on in, Sun Goblin. Yeah. Hello. There is music happening right now, I believe. Or I'll put it in post. Okay. Yeah. Come on in here. I'm also gonna, yeah, I think so. Let's see. I'll put it in post. It is cool music though. I made it. Push the button. I'll push you in post. I believe you. Welcome on, you guys. We're sharing mics, but as close as to one of them as you can get. That makes sense. All right, thanks for going with the flow. We did it. I feel like you guys look great. Yeah, and I also have a way to switch camera angles on this program that I forgot to pull up. But why don't you tell me about yourselves? What's the first question? Aurora, before we started, you asked me where I'm from, and I'm from Brevard. What about you?
I'm from the worst part of Texas that you should never go to.
Okay, yeah.
It's called Midland, Odessa. It's like a barren dust bowl where the oil industry is pretty much all that's out there. Makes me really appreciate the Blue Ridge and all the beautiful biodiversity that's here. It's a wonderful, refreshing change for sure.
Yeah, but we don't have like scorpions and stuff. Are there scorpions over there in the desert of Texas?
Not really. They're what they call wind scorpions. They're not armadillos. There are very few species that can survive there. So like we have yucca, and we used to have horny toads, but now they've gone extinct in the area. And we have
that's
coyotes,
sad.
And we have feral invasive pigs, and that might be it.
Okay. We got some feral hogs here too. I can relate to that.
Most of the country does.
Does the band, are they all over the country?
Most of the southwest belly, for sure. Like all of the southern belly and up into California. They don't go that far north. But...
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's cool. Let's keep talking about animals for a while.
Sorry.
You're very kind. There's a moth. We might see a moth live in a moment. It's wild. The wild has made its way into my studio, and I was trying to clap it, but you insisted on saving it, and it is saved for now, but we'll see if it comes right at me. So what about the rest of you? Where are you from? Where did this band get together to is where I want the conversation to get to as well.
We got together here, but me and Dan are from Jersey.
Okay. You guys are brothers.
We are.
We are, yeah, Middlesex County, right between New York, Philly, and the beach.
Okay, gotcha, cool.
I'm from upstate New York on the Finger Lakes.
Oh, yeah, I've been up there.
Yeah, way better than Jersey, right?
Oh, totally, yeah. Probably the... I haven't been to Jersey, so yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Pizza.
The Jersey's got the tomatoes, right?
Oh,
somebody was just telling me about
Jersey's got it all. There's too many people.
But upstate New York has the Appalachians. It's like here, except a little colder.
Yeah, we got the tail ends.
Are there hogs up there?
I don't
Feral
know.
hogs?
I don't think so. I don't think they go that far north. I could be wrong though. But we got together here in Asheville. It started with me and Kev just like jamming on some of my original stuff, and then we started playing with Dan and just like messing around on some covers. And then Dan got a look at kind of the original songbook and was like, why are we doing covers? And that's pretty much when we formed Sun Goblin. And we like played a house show for some friends, just the three of us, our friend Amani's party. We love you, Amani. And then James was at that show, and he was like, "Oh hey," and that's how we got a James.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah. Some more guitar, and then you ended up with guitar and drums and bass, and you playing guitar and singing. Okay, gotcha. And you guys are releasing new songs that all four of you have been working on together. How long have you been a band now? Did you say that just now?
Year and a half.
Yeah, a little over a year.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Last winter.
It was like January of 21, I guess.
It's 2023.
Right, yeah, you're right, it is.
I know. It fucks me up all the time.
So yeah, a little over a year.
Okay, so what's changed in the songwriting process? Like, are there challenges now that there are more voices chiming in on the songs being written?
I would actually say that it's just like gotten immensely better. When we started, we were kind of working with my original songs that I already had. I've been writing songs for a long time, and so they were bringing their own flavor to those songs, and they bring so much flavor and made those songs so much more interesting. But only very recently have we actually started like writing songs together. We're like, a song we'll do today, The Pollinating. James brought me the chords, and Kevin gave me a concept, and I went and wrote some lyrics to it and kind of like muddled through, and then we like came together and molded and polished it together, and it's my favorite song that we've done. And I have never had partners that I can collaborate with musically like I can with these fellas, and it's infinitely better writing together than it was by myself.
Yeah, that's huge to have. I mean, it takes a certain amount of trust that what they're bringing to the table is good. Do you guys think that what you brought to the table was good?
It's excellent.
Okay, good.
They're very good.
It is good. Yeah, I love the sound. You guys, sound checked just now. You're going to perform for an hour after we chat for an hour.
Whoa, really?
Or
I'm
for,
just kidding.
okay, yeah. For as long as you were prepared to play, not to put you on the spot, even though we did talk about this.
We got like 15 minutes of material, so
We'll stretch. We'll just do this the whole time after you.
Do the chorus again.
Right. Yeah, and so are all of the songs that you're going to play tonight released? Like, you guys have a band camp that everybody should check out, right? Sun Goblin's band camp.
Bandcamp.com. Oh yeah. And no, if the next question is are all of those songs on our Bandcamp? Definitely not. There's a few sprinklings of like just me songs that existed on there before we really had the whole band together as like just like something to exist in the world. And then we made 3 demo tracks that are 3 of the 5 songs that are going on the new EP, but we'll be playing a total of 9 songs tonight. And so there's more than what is even going on our unreleased EP, and there's only 3 demos on our Bandcamp right now until the album is released.
Okay, gotcha. The album is released when?
Soon.
Okay, excellent.
This summer, we just got the masters back, and so we're in the process of like now booking what the release show will be and figuring out what date works for everybody and getting some merch and aligning that. So we haven't booked the release date yet, but we have the masters now. We're ready to start that part of the process.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff. Where did you record it? What was that process like? Do you have any venues in town that are like top candidates for the release show? How many other questions can I throw at you at the same time? Anybody else playing with you? Horn section? You gonna get dancers or a confetti machine?
Different ones of us are more tooled to answer these. Do you want to tell about the studio and Pat? Talk about Coach Patrick?
Sure. So we recorded with Patrick Doyle of Art Core Studios, who's a wizard and a gentleman. And he always does awesome things. James and I have been working with him for years now because we've been in bands together a bunch of times.
Patrick Doyle. I think he was just mentioned by Mike Martinez.
By Mike, we have a band. James and I have a band with Mike.
Oh, okay.
We also recorded with Patrick, so always choose to go back to him because,
Patrick Doyle.
Yeah,
he needs an invite on this show.
Don't sleep on Patty D. And the masters were done by Philip Shaw Bova, who does some really cool work as well. And who did the album artwork?
Caroline Catherine Catlett Gates from New Orleans. They're a New Orleans artist who did like street paintings of like really crazy surreal elk stuff, and now they've like swapped to doing like comic books on Reddit. And like their art is just like all over the place, and they're super weird. And I was like, hey, we're goblins. We want something that's kind of weird, and ask them for art. And
wait, so their whole thing was elks for a while?
Hollering elk is their like their handle, and they had this whole series. My real fandom around them was something that was called Horn Lake, which was like super surreal, gory elk images. It was very creepy, and I liked it a whole lot. So I reached out to them because I'd found their art in New Orleans, and we'd like vaguely stayed in touch, and they did our album art for us.
That makes sense. Goblins are creepy. But Sun is not. It's a nice band name where there's like some positivity and negativity coming at each other.
We like to believe in the duality of man.
Yeah, sort of Manichaeans.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all real dualistic. We've all got like opposite sides to ourselves, you know. We're all pretty sunny and pretty goblin-y.
Okay, let's do some shadow work while we're on the show. Sort of accept ourselves for who we are. So when you recorded the album, did you do it one at a time or as a band, you know, playing all at once?
Yeah, me and Kev went first. It was an interesting approach, actually, because we went first. We all played together to get the tempo. Right?
I created a scratch track with you guys.
So we could get the scratch vocals.
It was the three of us. Yeah, so we get scratch vocals and just like the general tempo, and then y'all tracked first.
Yeah, while you played scratch guitar along with us, but we got the takes.
No, we made the scratches, and then y'all recorded with the scratches, and I wasn't playing anymore because the scratches existed.
Okay. Yeah,
Patrick has a cool approach where he'll have you play through your material, and he will like tap out the tempos that you naturally flow through if you don't have just like a set BPM that you want the whole song to sit at, and then he'll make like a custom click map for you, so you can have like some ebb and flow to the tempos, and it doesn't need to be so like rigidly aligned to just like one BPM for the whole song. So yeah, he made like those maps for us, and then Dan and I were able to play with like Rory in our ears with us recording in the same room, bass and drums first. It was a fun way to do it.
Yeah, that's really astute. I haven't heard of that technique, but that's really cool.
It's pretty cool. I love it.
He's a wizard. And then James and I were able to track separately after that. And to kind of answer a similar question that you asked earlier, we had Kate Lee Bryant, who you know very well.
Yeah.
Kate is my roommate. And she played on one track called St. Gillian and brought her fiddle and did some harmonies as well. And that was a lot of fun. But she's the only guest goblin that we've had.
Okay, gotcha.
Guest goblin. I like that.
Well, I hope she can make the album release show, too,
if
she's invited.
She is invited.
She's
She's also very busy, so hopefully she can come.
She's one of the busiest people I know, for sure. She's all over the place. How many projects do you guys have all together between you? Let's not name the different projects. I want to pull back. But are you guys busy people?
10 to 15?
Really?
I'm in like 6.
James alone.
As well is 5, right?
I'm in 2 with Kevin.
Yeah, what about
At least 2.
Yeah, so we don't count doubles,
lot.
right? Ones that they're in together, we don't count double.
Right, no. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are one project
No,
each.
no. Yeah, you only get
How
one
many
project.
projects?
How many
we don't
projects
count them
all
as
together?
twice.
Without naming all the bands, we can't give you a straight answer. Maybe 10.
That's why I said 10.
But the notable mentions for sure are
Don't know.
You can.
Yeah.
We were asked not to say right.
Beekeepers.
I don't want to steal thunder.
They're in the Beekeepers. It's a really good band.
Oh man, now I do want to talk about that EP, but I won't dig into that. That was
Massive
good stuff.
aggressive. It's so good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And my other primary project is the Rocky Horror Music Show.
Oh right, yeah.
Which Kate is also in, and Mike from Beekeepers is also in. We're all very incestuous.
And Carpal Tuller.
And Carpal Tuller is in that project, yeah.
He's been on the show.
Speaking of geniuses.
Oh, that guy.
That guy
Yeah.
is a genius. Anyway, I love you, Chris Tuller.
Yeah, that's it. I saw you guys do that at the Asheville Music Hall, which would be a great contender for an album release. I like that venue. But I don't know any of the dance moves for like Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't know much about it. And
I'll teach you later. It's not
I got bumped a lot.
It's a great show
Just
for
thrown
wallflowers,
around.
I think.
Get
It's,
outta
you
here,
know, like
nerd.
a place where you can definitely get shaken out of your comfort zone in a good way. What did you say, James?
So they're like, get out of here, nerd.
Yeah. I'm like saying the complete opposite. I'm like, it's a great place for wallflowers. We'll shake you out of your comfort zone in a way that's really delightful. What happened to everybody in the show, and it happens to everyone in the audience too.
It was uplifting for sure. Everybody's having a ball at that show.
For sure.
Yeah. Let's see. What other questions should I ask you guys? Do you want to ask me a question?
Sam, are we not supposed to curse?
You can curse.
Okay.
I have taken the brave stance of not censoring my guests. So you
Cool.
guys
Fuck yeah.
can say anything. Yeah. Whew. This is a
How'd it feel?
platform.
We're kind of rebellious and
Take out
dumb.
lists of controversial takes. Alex Jones.
The only thing if we can get close to the mics, I just wonder if we're all being picked up. We
Oh
sound
God,
nice.
my laughter.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Is this a reasonable thing to do?
No, but it's funny.
Are you opposed to this?
You can do that.
All right. I
Bring
like
it
leaning
close.
on this wall.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're
It's
really
helping
back
me
there.
settle.
That's good. Yeah.
Some settling back here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Make yourselves at home.
Just lean
for
in
sure.
more.
Into that. Yeah, that mic's up for grabs. Should have brought that condenser you're singing into over. No, but you're singing into it, so.
Top venue choices we've talked about.
Perfect. This is good.
We have talked about Asheville Music Hall, but we also talked about the One Stop downstairs. We thought about Static Age. We'd really like to do it there. I think our main goals are like that they're places that have a really good sound guy. And that it's a place where we're possible to get like some foot traffic because we're a pretty new band. And so like, we know all of our really good friends will come to our album release, but we're hoping that we can like lure in the public a little bit, you know, and like.
Yeah, Static Age would be good for that. Yeah. And it's on the smaller side, so it'll look really cramped. Like everybody's like a huge crowd. Yeah. Are you going to get like a videographer or like have friends take like a video of the show?
We probably should. We haven't actually settled on that yet, but we do have videographer friends. And probably when we set the date, we'll start talking to people about things like that. And if we can do it at some place that can capture the board, that would be, the best, because then we can actually have really good audio instead of whatever their camera mic is capable of picking up.
Yeah, definitely. What about so is there anything else about any other things that went into getting the tone right for the recording? Your pedal board is pretty nasty. Is there anything that's do you use the same pedal board in all of your projects? Do you do anything different for this project in particular?
Yeah, I'm super cheap. That's my ride and die right there.
Totally. Yeah.
Building it up for a couple years.
Looks like there's some
Hopefully
upgrades on there.
Yeah. No, it's and having worked with Patrick a couple times, I feel pretty good just dialing in and going right into the board with the pedals and smooth sailing.
Yeah, definitely. Do you find yourself cranking anything up harder or like easing back on anything, for these songs?
There's a rattle in the back of my amp I never fix, so if I go past like 3 or 4, it's no good. So
bolts and springs start to pop off of it.
In our other band, Natural Born Leaders, me and Kevin were in, we did have our guitar player set an amp on fire live he didn't set it on fire, it just combusted. But it was probably from him shredding. Is what we like to think.
Definitely
Way
just
too hard for that
burning.
amp.
Yeah. But I haven't done that yet.
That was Rex.
That was Rex.
shout
That was
out
at the music
Rex
hall.
Schaefer.
Man, I could see this thing like smoking and burning from behind the kit and just like can't reach it, can't tell anyone about it. Just gotta let it burn.
How far would it have had to get before you stopped playing?
Oh, you never stop playing.
It's not on drums. Drummer's got to keep going.
You start yelling.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's on the audience, really.
Yeah, they can leave.
They all have drinks in their hands.
Yeah, definitely. And then the bar gets to sell more drinks.
Yeah.
It's sort of a
It's a
win-win-win.
win-win-win. It's not like you're saving the amp. It's like, please be tactful and like don't throw all your drinks at once and ruin the other gear. Please just put out the fire. sense, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd still freak out if somebody threw beer on my amp, even if it was on fire.
Right?
Yeah. I've only seen one amp catch on fire, but it was a clarinetist. And he was using I know. But he was using a looper pedal, and there was like 100 loops. And it was one of those avant-garde jazz performances that seemed like it would never end. Yeah. And you're like questioning your life. And you're like, how did I get here to be watching this thing?
I'm now questioning, because you said it was an avant-garde performance, whether they had like rigged explosives inside the amp on purpose.
Oh, perhaps.
It seemed like suddenly it's very suspect.
It smelled funny, but you could make that happen.
I mean, it's on fire. It's gonna smell funny.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of things burning that shouldn't be.
Yeah, and your guys' sound is sort of on fire in a way. I'd say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Clean situated.
On the Sun Goblin Bandcamp, it says that you guys have some Americana stuff and like a folky vibe, and you've got like a depth to the lyrics and sort of a storytelling kind of thing that goes along with that. And then it says that sometimes you guys dip into like the metal stuff, and like, so how hard is too hard? What are the limits?
I would call the metal bits like sprinkles. So, like, these three are all metalheads, right? Like, all of them play that style, and my songs don't tend to come out that way generally, but like when we're going through the songs looking for ways to like make them more interesting, Kevin will throw like a crazy choke or like some cool build or something that does drive it to be more heavy. So they are, I would say that the songs in general are like heavier than your average Americana songs, but I think you would never listen to us and go like, this is a metal band, you know? But it is a little heavier from time to time, and I think that keeps it interesting. And is a big part of the flavor that the three of these fellows bring together.
Especially on drums, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hearing that for sure. And there's like just a sort of saturation in that guitar tone that sort of lays over everything. A little bit more fuzz than maybe some other Americana.
And we like to let James wail too. We like to let him go, just like take off the leash and let him run as often as we can, really.
You don't slow him down. You don't say, stop, wait.
I don't know if you know this, guitar players like playing solos.
Yeah.
The more notes, the better, right?
Malmsteen. Isn't that what he said?
Right.
More is more.
Inge.
Yeah. Did he literally say that?
Oh, yeah.
More is more.
Oh, I love that.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah. Tell that to his hair. Nobody needed to. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's going down with the ship. That's for sure.
And bass, the foundation of any groove, any band.
That's right.
If you don't notice it, that's a good thing, because it's holding everything together.
I say we're pretty bass forward.
You noticed, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I was glad to turn you up earlier. Yeah. Is there anything that you're bringing to this project with the bass that that's challenged you or that's sparked some inspiration or creativity?
I want this down because we can't see your face.
Oh yeah, mysterious.
I don't know.
I know.
Secret bass player.
Perfect.
Well, I feel like what was interesting about it at first, before James started playing with us, was there were moments where there weren't any vocals, and I would try and play like just a standard bass part to it, and then work like the higher strings for like a lead thing as well. So my initial approach to these songs was different than it is now, having like a lead guitar player. But my first focus ordinarily is just to do something that kind of carries the beat, and in fact try and play with like restraint, and then from there it just kind of grows, instead of I think there's a real tendency, at least for me anyway, in the early days of playing, was to play like the coolest thing that I can possibly play here, and like everyone's gonna hear the bass in this part and be, wow, what a great bass line. But instead, to serve the song as the bass player, I'm just going for like foundation more than anything, and then there'll be like syncopated rhythms in there that I'll pick up off the other three, and then that's how like the bass lines kind of come to fruition, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure there's an interplay between the drums and the vocal melody that and the lead guitar now that the syncopation you can sort of fit into. There's an appropriateness. I love that notion of serving the song. And yeah, and saving the complex stuff for like those little moments to shine through like a spice.
Yeah, you definitely get your chances. For
and
sure.
He's definitely spicy. He definitely comes through quite a bit. Makes it they all make it really interesting in their own way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun playing with these guys too, because we'll go through songs like measure by measure, and the song won't be finished until we're like completely satisfied with the way it sounds. I've definitely, most of the bands I played in before, it's like you get to a point where it's like more or less done, and then you sort of get tired of drilling them and you want to do new stuff, and that song remains in my mind like 90-ish% finished. But what I like about jamming and writing with these guys is that everything, like, it's not like done until we're 100% with it. So me and Kev will get up sometimes and just play along to the songs and just sync up like bass and drums in certain parts. It's all very intentional.
Okay. That's really cool. Tell me more about that. I love the notion of like through composition. Do you guys like write it out or
not necessarily?
Certainly not in like classical notation. You should see our notebooks. They're silly. In fact, Dan doesn't really write anything down at all. Kevin makes...
Feel free to chime in.
Kevin writes down hella notes, and it's kind of like the keeper of the notes. Like, I'll definitely write lyrics, and like I'll make notes, and I have notebooks for all the songs as we're working on them. But usually my writing and note taking goes on the real forward end when I'm like taking the pieces we have and trying to like make a song ish, you know. And then we like come together and we start like polishing and working it. And Kevin is like the master of the structure, and he like.
Oh, tell me about it, Kevin. So what do you write down? Do you
take a lot of notes?
Do you draw out like the bars, you know, like lines and have the measures sort of?
Less notation and more just like the song structures. And I just started doing it because it helps me keep it straight in my head, you know. I'm in too many projects to not write it down. So
can you give us an example of one of your songs, and is it, well, you know, like one measure intro, like
what
drum
the notes
beat
will look like? Yeah. Oh man, my notes, they're such drummer notes. The stuff I'll wind up writing down is like intro, guitar, hits, everyone in, you know, stuff like that. Like, and then it's like, what are those hits? Like, if I have like a little cue for, you know, the type of thing that's happening, then I can typically remember it with just like something to jog my memory. You know what I mean?
So you don't need to write out like hits, end of 2, end of 4.
Sometimes. Yeah. That could be helpful as well. Yeah, that's typically what they wind up looking like.
So intro, hits, band in, verse.
Yeah, it'll be
typically a verse.
We got them. We got them.
Sometimes it's a chorus. Sometimes you go right into the chorus.
Oh, that shit happens too.
We do.
Do you guys do that at all?
I don't think we do that at all. Not really.
We'll find out later.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, not yet.
You got to stick around. But yeah, you know, like where the instrumental sections are, or most of it is based on like what I'm doing, you know. But yeah, got a bunch of notes, a bunch of notebooks. Rory ordered us a bunch of notebooks. A couple of them came in today. One of them's got
very
sharks
organized
with wings on the cover, like hammerheads and great whites with like eagle wings.
They're all made from recycled paper.
Okay, that's important.
It is.
We only have one Earth.
It's very true.
It's true.
As far as I know.
Don't get me started.
We can't. Is there any of that messaging or anything that the band tries to get out there in the lyrics or as a mission?
Yeah, absolutely. I am a conservation biologist. And so
That's right.
That's one of my biggest passions, and I would say that comes through in the lyrics a whole lot.
You just had a huge presentation, right, on bears?
It's on bears. And I don't know about a huge presentation. I was like one of probably 100 speakers at this biology conference that happened in Winston-Salem last weekend. But
it's important to you.
It's very important to me, and I think it's very important to Western North Carolina. We're losing between 100 and 300 black bears in just a 28-mile section of I-40 every single year.
Wow.
So there's a lot of reason to build an overpass or facilitate connectivity for them. So yeah, that's a really important thing to my heart. And then we have songs like Self-Talk, which are less about conservation and more about like kind of like mental health and taking care of ourselves, or at least just being kind to ourselves.
That's hard for me sometimes. Yeah.
For sure. And so yeah, I would say that almost like literally all of our songs have some message. Except maybe Bastion. Bastion doesn't really have a message other than like,
it kind of does to somebody.
Fuck you, Bastion.
Don't be a bastard.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
That's a good message.
That's such an important message.
It really is. Because sometimes you want to give in to being a dick. You're like, you know what? I'll just smack that moth. But no, you shouldn't.
It's a completely harmless creature. That's a pollinator just flying around your house, you know? He literally can't even bite you if you like, or sting you or do anything if you move him out of your house. He's so harmless.
You can maybe fly into my eye.
You could. But you're a lot bigger than him, though.
It's true. I'm privileged in size compared to a moth.
Got big eyes.
Tell me about you. Thanks. You too. Tell me about your guys' self-care individually or like as a band. Do you guys practice as a band weekly? Do you guys practice every day or try to, by yourselves? I keep asking multiple questions at the same time.
I try and play my instrument every day. Yeah. And we get together, shoot for once a week. But then if we got a show or something worth rehearsing for, it could be more than that. And then sometimes less.
Right. Such is life. Say la vie. Yeah.
Yep.
I think we all definitely make music every day. I don't know if we all do the songs for this project every day, considering how many projects these two are in, but like everyone's day is pretty sharp. What about personal self-care? I think that's a good question.
Cold showers.
Yeah, you're into the cold plunges.
I'm so into it.
Face moisturizer.
Been singing "My Girl" in the cold showers because Wim Hof says you gotta have sunshine in your mind. So I gotta get through at least like a verse and chorus of "My Girl."
Nice.
And it helps me stay in it big time. You know what I mean? It's very easy to want to get out of the cold shower, but
what can make me feel this way?
I'm just imagining.
Not when you got sunshine on a cloudy day.
Just imagining Jamie every day listening to you sing it over and over again.
I've apologized to him, but he says he doesn't care, but I don't know. It might just be nice.
There's a very sad 90s movie called My Girl. Remember that?
That is a very sad
the bees. Those bees were harmful.
Yeah. You should watch it before you use cold
They were just
shower.
fulfilling their ecological function.
Are you saying we should kill off the bees?
No, that is not my position. But I'm I'm not willing to reveal my position because I'm a neutral host. Right?
Okay.
I'm just facilitating a platform for you.
Don't get into the politics of bees.
The politics.
The
Politics, definitely.
We can talk about ticks.
They're dangerous. How do you avoid them?
They don't like the smell of vinegar. So like if you like put vinegar and cinnamon on yourself, they tend to stay away from you as long as those scents last on you.
So will most people.
I heard a horror story at work the other day. A coworker said it bit the tip. Like he found
Yikes.
it.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Like,
you got to rip
did
it off.
in?
Yeah, he said,
Oh,
he's like,
no.
I don't know if because the tissue was softer, it got in.
Oh, no.
What happened?
I
I don't know. I was like, hopefully you're gonna have superpowers or
he
Lyme
pees
disease.
a couple different
Probably Lyme
directions.
disease.
Probably Lyme's.
Probably Lyme.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Which will really knock you out.
Yeah, for real.
It makes me horrified to just be outside.
Yeah.
So I just never leave my
There's a lot of moths outside.
My partner has Lyme's disease, and it's no joke. It'll take the literal life out of you. Like,
Yeah, for a long time.
yeah, it's like a lifelong condition for a lot of people who have it.
Yeah.
He like lives on fish tank antibiotics because getting antibiotics from the regular doctor's office is too expensive. Thanks, America. And so he like takes fish tank antibiotics to like stay alive.
I'm not sure what you mean by fish tank.
The kind of antibiotics you would put into your fish tank.
Okay, so fish.
He like goes to the pet store, like buys antibiotics for your fish tank, and then he takes those.
Wow. Any side effects showing up, like
Honestly,
gurgling or
he's a
Gills.
gills?
Honestly, he's a badass. He catches a lot of fish, so maybe it's like made him a better fisher when he's got the headspace, you know.
Totally. So wait, I want to rewind though. Self-care, cold showers are amazing. What do you guys go out and like play a lot of shows or have to get out late at night? Because that's a challenge for me to like get the proper sleep, but also hit the scene.
Yeah, I could sleep better. I could sleep more or more regularly, but then it's like the reasons that I'm out are good for me, so it's kind of a trade-off.
Yeah, definitely.
Be it practice or a show.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of give myself like 2 nights out a week. I'm in the final 6 weeks of my degree right now, so like my lack of sleep is actually not coming from being out too much. It's just coming from like being up doing schoolwork really late most of the time, and so I'm also struggling. Getting enough sleep and getting enough water are literally like my 2 big self-care things that I'm working super hard on, and it should not be this hard, but it is.
Yeah, did we bring the water over here? You left your cup far away.
I left my
That's a
cup.
sad story.
You know, it happens out here. Good to have good friends.
I'm gonna water this plant while we're
Just in
thinking
front of
about it.
your empty cupped friends.
Yeah, that's right.
Should have planned ahead.
I feel like there's like an interesting target to hit too, because going out and playing shows and then getting up early in the morning, if you do that completely sober, fairly manageable, but those are situations where it's definitely easy to indulge and smell the roses and participate in things that sort of compromise your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then don't necessarily work in your favor as far as like waking up feeling good and ready to do things the next day.
Then you got to compensate with a cold shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, the 2 of you kind of have opposite tactics, and I admire them both in a way. You're like really good at like having boundaries and self-restraint to like make sure that your body is really good and healthy, and then like you have like more freedom and wiggle room when you decide to go for it. And then Kev like goes hard all the time, but like makes sure he eats super organic and, you know, like does other things to take care of his body. So you're like, y'all are like opposite ends on the like restraint spectrum, but you're both much healthier than me. So.
At least I'm eating vegetables.
What are you eating? Not vegetables.
I eat a lot of vegetables too.
Just
Oh man, I've been crushing some bison lately though. Very
like a good
digestible
bison
red
burger.
meat.
Have you been staying off the gluten too?
Yeah.
Avoiding the breads.
Man, I've been eating that
Doing
Little
my best.
Louis. Can we shout out Little Louis real quick?
What's Little Louis?
Oh my God, you got to go. They got the smoked brisket and cheese sandwich. Whew,
Okay.
Good Lord. You know where the Malvern is or was? The
It's
bar
gone?
on the it's there and like
The building is there. It's not the Malvern anymore.
yeah, but you can
okay.
still like I mean like the guy that I don't know all the like cahoots and who's in charge and stuff like that. I just know they got the brisket now, but like you can still get drinks there at night. But like god damn, go get the brisket.
Okay.
Yeah, so good. I've been eating a bunch of that personally.
I don't know how healthy that sounds.
Oh no.
Oh, it's not
Well,
healthy.
it's no, Sam. Good for your soul.
Good soul food. Okay, yeah. You got to watch out for the soul too. Even the dark part of it,
That's right.
right?
Dark
The shadow.
sauce.
Right.
James, you're being pretty quiet over there. Are you healthy?
Way taller than everybody. It's making me self-conscious.
I was worried that would happen.
I feel I'm pretty healthy. Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, good. I'm
What
glad
you
to
been
hear
eating,
it.
James?
Been eating. No, well, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I've been eating good vegetables, meat. I think I had a low key eating disorder at one point, so I don't try to restrict anything anymore. Just eat.
Yeah, I don't think too hard about it.
Work out, and eat kind of good. Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's easy.
Yeah, working out does help with sleep. Helps with shredding too. I don't know, getting the blood flowing.
Going.
Do you have like a stretch routine for like your finger? Do you do any finger yoga, hand yoga?
No, I don't actually. Maybe once in a while I'll do this number right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do jujitsu, so my fingers, you can see how not great they are. It's probably,
Look at that.
Close up that knuckle.
You can't see
Get a
it.
load of
You
that.
can't see it. That is a gnarly knuckle, James.
yeah.
We gotta get you like a prominent ring for that finger just to like show it off.
A ring with an arrow on
So
it.
eventually I'll be playing slide guitar.
Right? Yeah. I honestly get worried about carpal tunnel sometimes, and I have started doing those stretches.
You know,
which is
man,
sort of
honestly,
got?
there is a good one. I like hand like on the ground like that, or you can do it in the.
Oh yeah, or like sitting and sort of
Yeah.
going forward a little bit.
I do the Eye of Sauron one where you're like stretching your thumb meat. That you basically,
that's
I mean,
kinda
it looks like other things too, right? But like,
Stretching that meat.
yeah, stretching that thumb meat because that's where I get it. I always get it like right here.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. So, do you guys warm up before a show, like together? Like you guys huddle up and sort of like have a mantra and and
You kill it like
We
smell it.
we sometimes say soda poop before we start a show. That's probably as far as we always like practice before a show sometime during that week. So
that's good.
that's kind of our warm up. And like I vocally warm up before a show for sure.
With some Figaros.
No.
Figaro.
No, Rory sings I Poop in the Woods.
I poop in the woods. That's
Gorgeous.
yeah. Thank you.
You're like a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many ways. I like honey, I like berries.
I do love some honey, but
I
the
like
sugar
cooking.
content.
Yeah.
The whole point.
I guess. Yeah,
It's okay, glycemic though, right? I mean, I'm not trying to get that agave nectar. Come on now.
Is that bad? Is
Honey.
that worse?
Oh, it's better glycemic index from what I'm told, but it just doesn't hit like honey.
Doesn't. Honey is much more satisfying, and it helps with
Allergies.
allergies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the real
like
excuse. to
Throat
down a
coat
bunch of-
stuff.
And it's antibacterial and antimicrobial.
That's right.
It's real good for you. You can like use it on like as like wound care. You know, like if you like get a cut, you can put honey on it if you ain't got no neosporin. It'll do the same thing.
It's true. It didn't work for that kid from My Girl.
Bring it back.
Full circle.
Not to spoil that movie for anybody
I've
who's
never seen
really
Guess I'm not gonna go watch that.
looking forward to My Girl.
Don't.
I'm glad someone
Actually,
knew that movie.
do you hate Macaulay Culkin?
No.
Then don't watch that movie.
Macaulay Culkin's cool. I
Yeah.
think, right? Is he still not canceled?
I don't know.
No, he's cool.
Oh, no.
Hard to say.
He's
Give
cool
it
and
time.
uncanceled
Right.
as far as I
They'll
know.
all
Very
fall.
uncanceled.
If you guys got canceled, what would you want the world to know, like before you went down? I don't know. You know,
Oh man. Well, yeah, I don't know. It depends what I got canceled about, I
Yeah.
suppose.
On August 29th, 1997, Skynet will become self-aware.
I think we're well past that. Chat GPT is on its way.
Oh
Oh,
jeez.
Jesus.
What's that?
The
Bless your heart.
AI.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, another AI. That's good.
Yeah.
Dude, I was at an open mic the other night and someone busted out Chat GBT on their phone and started taking prompts like it was like a, what do they call those, Mad Libs? And then they had Chat GPT, right?
I think so.
B, whichever.
I don't know. I could.
I think it's P, but B is easier.
You know
to
who
say,
would
but-
know? Chat GPT.
Yeah. They started taking prompts and they had the AI like write like a poem for them that they used as a song, and it was like kind of cool, I guess, because it's is different. I hadn't seen anyone do it yet, but I was like, damn it, really? This thing is in the open mic now, too? Someone let the AI down the damn open mic? I don't know. It's
pretty.
I was thinking about how actually AI could be functioned into an open mic the other day, and I was thinking that if you like set up a projector with like an AI art generator on it, and then the thing was to like bring your AI art, but then you also had to like share what you vocally, like what words you gave it, you know, like because that's like the whole part of like the finesse of finding the image that you want. Is like how did you ask the genie the question? You know, and I could see that possibly. I don't think I want to do it, but
it's happening.
Yeah, it's only the beginning.
It's definitely happening, yeah.
My nephew's a little hustler. He's like 13 years old, and he is making AI art and then has like a whole system built where like he makes AI art. He has like an online store where people like projects the images he invents with AI art onto t-shirts and hats and all kinds of things or whatever. And then people order them and they automatically get fulfilled through a fulfillment service that he has set up, and he just makes money.
Can I get his number?
No, he's
okay. Well, that makes sense. I need a business coach, and that sounds smart. All right.
Red alert.
Yeah. If I get canceled, I want everybody to know. Love my mom. I'm sorry, Mom.
It's his dad that's like the mastermind behind all of it. My brother, he's the hustler of hustlers. So his son is like also a hustler.
That's huge. I definitely have known about that service where you can upload logos or art on and have like a merchandise section of your website or whatever and have people order it, and then you just make some margin of this totally automatic process, and it's been on the to-do list. I don't know.
Like free money, really. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do it with Amazon too and be like a distributor for various stuff, like I don't know, like Crayola markers or whatever, and then you like enlist yourself as a distributor, and then you can tie it to where you're just buying the product from Amazon, but instead of getting shipped to you, it gets shipped to the person who accidentally clicked yours, which was $1 more than the other product.
This sounds like some Ty Lopez. Y'all ever get those ads on YouTube? Really? The dude with the car and the books and shit. He's like, I read 20 books a day. Like, oh, y'all never get those?
No.
Oh, shit.
Ty Lopez.
We got different ads,
Yeah,
maybe.
we got different ads.
I get profiled differently online.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like 45-year-old guys being like, are you on your second divorce? Is your family not talking to you because you're a raging alcoholic? You got to get up at 4 a.m. and do burpees and be the man you always knew you could be. And I'm like, well, I'm just trying to watch videos of Stone Cold fight The Rock. I see where you got this from, but you got the wrong guy.
I get two things. I get like a lot of like, is all of your hair falling out? Like ladies commercials, like
Oh,
use
no.
this shampoo or that shampoo, this shampoo. Did you know that your hair was never meant to be shampooed? Use this shampoo. And then I also get, like UNICEF, like Doctors Without Borders, like all the like conservation issues that want me to give them money for sure, are like constantly my ads all the time.
I get like old video game stuff.
That tracks.
They know who they're dealing with.
Yeah, they got you pinned.
Tell me about this Ty Lopez.
Are you trying to make money on Amazon distributing?
I'm trying to read 20 books a day.
And now is where I'll reveal that this is a MLM. I'm trying to sign you guys up. It's
Sponsored
totally
by.
free if you guys each find 5 other friends that buy into Asheville 8 Note.
Well, you literally have us physically backed into a corner. So
This presentation will only last 3-4 hours. No, this presentation, at least of our chat, is almost over. Do you have any dangling threads? I wanted to ask you about your vocal melodies. Do you sometimes have vocal melodies that you then try and layer over the words, or do you start with the words more often than not?
a
Little of both.
they kind of happen at the same time. I would say that like a lot of times if it's coming from a feeling, that I just like sing what I am feeling, and that sometimes that is a melody and sometimes that is words that then the melody changes, but it's really not always one before the other. They really go hand in hand pretty often. I would say that like the lyrics change a lot more than the melody does. That like the melody does seem to like come and stay, and the lyrics get like tumbled over and rounded and polished and chipped and.
Oh yeah. Because you got to make sure the grammar's correct.
I just want to make sure that I'm saying what I mean. If I'm going to sing it a million times, I want to make sure that I mean it.
Okay, well, I'm excited to hear about what you mean here in a minute. We're going to take a little break. I'm Sam, you're Kevin, you're Aurora, and you're James, and you're Danny.
Hey.
And I'm not playing anything, except I'm going to mess with camera angles. You're going to play the drums, you're going to sing and play guitar, and you're playing guitar, and you're playing bass. But yeah, I don't think I gave you guys enough time. Anything else, any dangling threads? This is your time. You have a platform. I'm not going to censor you.
Friday, May 26th.
That's right.
Shakey's with a couple out-of-town bands.
With High Noon Kahuna and Reckless Threat, who are both like awesome heavy bands that are coming in from out of town. We're getting to play with them at Shakey's on May 26th.
Nice. What day of the week is that?
It's a Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend.
Nice. That's going to be a good show.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been to the new Shakey's. Mike was just telling me about that last time. Is it worth going to check out?
It's a vibe.
It's a very cool spot.
Yeah. New Old Shakey's at Old New Mountain.
Yikes. Yeah.
Or just Shakey's. But yeah, it's good. Good.
It's good. Didn't think through, however, how there's nobody over there to end the stream now. So we're just going to awkwardly shuffle out.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
As I say that this is 8 p.m. note. You can, you guys go. And the show where I chat and jam with different Asheville musicians, except I'm not jamming today. It's a performance by Sun Goblin, the band who rocks Americana sprinkled with metal, fuzz, drums. Okay, I'm wandering off too.
Just pulled over on the side of I-70.
Cat-poop. Monsoon? Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's our mantra.
Yep. Personal mantra for the band. Stands for sadistic orangutan.
Dastardly acquires.
Precious uranium.
Among other things.
Among other things.
Sharing our divine ambition. Purposely united.
Mm.
Hold space.
adjust my headphones a little. I'm having a hard time hearing my guitar, and it's probably because I have my right ear uncovered, so that I'm getting way more drum bleed than I need to.
Yeah, if you're gonna uncover and
It should have been the other ear, yeah, for sure.
I'll turn it down too.
Thanks, sorry. Next is self-talk. So this is the one that we mentioned earlier, is like really about speaking kindly to yourself, and kind of like the different effect that like the way we talk to ourselves can have on us as people.
I'm ready to hear it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for us. All in all, we're doing well. That's the take-home message for sure. Oh no. Well, it's a lot of self-talk. I'm going for a walk. I need to feel the earth under my feet. It's a lot of each day. Empty out your brain and meditate. Just what's wrong with me? But I've got all the love I'll ever need. Day by day, I'm learning to love me. Well, this is not a bad dream. This is the world as you see it. Evil plots and dastardly spells. And maybe I've been programmed with the grenades in my hand, pins and needles, walking on shells. But all in all, I guess I'm doing well. Some things you just have to teach yourself. Like loving you with the feeling I get when I kiss what I'm eating, chocolate cake for dinner, then I masturbate myself to sleep, filling the hole with what I don't need, just a simple nothing disease. And after all the wandering, one thing I know is you don't grow inside your comfort zone. Welcome, welcome to the great unknown. No, you don't grow inside your comfort zone. Welcome, welcome to the great unknown. Said all in all, I'm doing well. 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 All in The Boyds. The Bird Song. I'd like to dedicate the song to Dr. Olya Milenkaya, if you're listening. That's our ornithology professor. This song's got a lot of birds in it.
Do you ever think that they're just all little robots, though?
No, buddy.
Rory buys in the hype. She thinks birds are real.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I'm so brainwashed. I like feed them and everything. pollinating. I'm glad we're getting to perform the pollinating during the pollinating. It's like, it's never going to be more appropriate than right now. Or I guess that's appropriate at this time every year.
Spring has sprung.
The grass is risen. Achoo!
Need some honey.
You do. I got you, honey, honey.
Albatross. I'm gonna do the boy, another song about a bird. That's probably a good call, James. Oh, yeah. Flat as a pancake. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. Curiosity, next. start this one too. Mm-hmm. To another It's time for Bastion. Should we talk about this one at all? Probably not. It's a story. It's a story.
Sorry, I feel like of all the ones to talk about.
So this song sounds kind of like an Irish punk ballad, but it's set in Bangkok, Thailand, and it's about a French guy named Bastion, who was kind of a dick to me at a bar, and like made me feel bad for not knowing his name, but he didn't know my name.
That's a dick move.
It's a dick move.
Yeah.
This is the song about not being a dick. Bastion, I'll never forget.
It's a love song, and you can dance to it.
Yeah. A 1, 2, 3, 4. bastard on
Man, the like stretch in lieu of a whammy bar gets me every time.
Yeah.
It's worth fucking guitar.
It just sounds so good.
We have one more. It's 5/till, and it's Give Take. This is another cool song that I love to explain a little bit. The idea is like the apocalypse has happened, and we have all had to like return to the forests and like small tribes of people, and that this song is kind of like the song that's like the tidbits of wilderness knowledge that this modern era was able to like survive with, you know. So it's just like simple things like where to find water and how to identify poison ivy, you know, and like it's like that's all we got left. And we've got soft bodies, no claws, no fangs. No fangs. Okay.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming on.